Hello, from Sacred Heart Church in Newton. Here in Massachusetts. We have a few announcements for you before you arrive here on Sunday to come back to the Mass. The first thing that I want to let you know is I'm so thankful to all of you for your cooperation during this time of staying at home. I'm thankful for your participation in watching the live streamed Mass at home, and I know this has been a challenging, long time for us to be at home, but remember that Jesus is with us and we are connected with each other in spirit. So the purpose of this video is to just share with you some of the guidelines that will be in place step by step for returning to Mass on Sunday when you come here. On our website, bostondeafcatholic.org, we have a reservation system in place for all of you who are planning to come. We will need you to sign up if you are planning to come to the 11 o'clock Sunday morning Mass, because the number of people that can come to the Mass here is limited for purposes of social distancing and those guidelines that we need to respect. So the first step is to sign up on our website. Also, keep in mind that our bishop, Cardinal Sean O'Malley, here in Boston, has given all Catholics a dispensation for the obligation to come to Sunday Mass. So please keep that in mind. Our top priority right now is all of your safety. But we are happy to have you come. Just keep in mind that the safety is the priority. In order for this Mass to be safe for all people, we do have some guidelines that we are going to be following. And the first step is that when you get here to the church, you must be wearing a face mask. And then you'll walk into the church, up the front steps to the door. You know why I'm making, this is a Facebook picture right now. This is happening. It's coming off. So anyway, the next step is that you got to go to the front door of the church. The side doors to the church will not be open. So I know we typically use the side doors, but the front will be the only unlocked door. Please go to the middle and open up the door to get in with your mask on and following social distance guidelines of 6 feet apart. If you are a family unit living in the same house, you can, of course, be walking together, but otherwise, please keep 6 feet apart and then approach the door. For people who need the elevator, when you sign up online on our website and you reserve a seat for the Mass at bostondeafcatholic.org, please put down in the comments section, there's a little box, just type in need elevator. That way we will let the usher know to meet you at the elevator to escort you into the church, because that side door is locked, and so it would be good for us to know in advance if you are going to be using the elevator. That way we can have someone there to help with that. Then, when you come in the church, in the front door, you will notice that there are hand sanitizers stations that are placed to the right and the left as you enter. Please, before you enter the church, wash your hands with the hand sanitizer. Or if you have some that you can bring from home, that would be great too. And put that on before you come into church. Then, after you've sanitized your hands, please proceed into the church where you will find the usher. The usher will have a list of who has reserved a seat for the Mass. And the usher will seat you in the pew in the church. You'll notice that there's tape on the floors that have arrows indicating which direction to walk in, so please follow the arrow. And this is to help us maintain that 6 feet apart social distance for safety.
Go.
Once you're seated and ready to begin our time of prayer together, the Mass will begin, and please continue to wear your mask throughout the Mass for the entirety. For myself, as a priest at the altar, I will be wearing the mask. I will be coming out from the sacristy with the mask. But then when I get to the altar area, I will be removing the mask so that I can sign and celebrate the Mass. I don't need to wear the mask when I'm at the altar. For the lector who comes up, they also can remove their mask at that time. So please, if you are a lector, keep your mask on when you walk up and then take it off when you're doing the readings. And then when you're done proclaiming the readings, put your mask back on and go back to your seat. As it is time, normally we use the sign of peace during the Mass, but we will not be having the sign of peace during the Mass. At this time, we'll just do a simple bow, that's it, a gesture. And then when it is time for communion, I will explain what that will look like because it is very different. Every parishioner is going to be staying in their pews and not moving around. I will come to you with the Eucharist. I will give communion to you in your hand, not on the tongue. I will drop it into your hand. So when I get to your pew where you're seated, you have to keep your mask on for that moment while you are receiving communion. And then as I go to the next person to offer them communion, to different family members in your family or to other families, after I leave and I am not close to you anymore, then you can take the mask off and receive the body of Christ. Once you are done consuming the body of Christ, then you would place your mask back on. When Mass is over, we cannot go up to one another and have conversations, and I am so sorry about this because I know that as a deaf community, we love to see each other and catch up and socialize after the Mass, but for safety reasons, we are not permitted to do so at this time because we need to respect the social distance guidelines. And also, we need to wait for the usher to come and dismiss people from their pew. Go directly to your car after leaving the church. We can't stay in the church when the Mass is done. We need to go straight. So again, I'm looking forward to you coming here, and if you can't come for whatever reason, I completely understand. And I cherish all of you and love you all and want you to be at full health and wellness. Your safety is important to me. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at frshAWN, Father Sean at bostondeafcatholic.org. I'm happy to answer your questions. May God bless you. Love you all.